We're chasing comedy, working on jokes, working on bits, seeing what sticks, seeing what stinks. We're chasing comedy, politics and current events, cultural shifts and psychological bents, the daily news, your grandpa's views, conspiracy theories, trending Google queries. Either way, it's all okay. We're chasing comedy. So listen up and we'll lay it all out, whether you're seeking wisdom or zoning out. Have your fill, it's all just for the mill, with Brian and Dustin, and we're chasing comedy. We're Brian and Dustin, and we're chasing comedy.
I'm bossy today. I apologize. My mom said I'm bossy. She's like, he's bossy. And it's like, I go, I'm a director. I get stuff done, you know.
I get it.
Running comedy clubs for so long, you know. He's like, you shut up, you get over here. You got 3 minutes before showtime.
Wrap it up.
You're going long. Somebody's late. Let's go. Let's go.
Move it. Yeah,
move it. Yes, I'm in California, and it's we were out of town. And so it was, they evacuated our neighborhood, but we were on the road. So we didn't, experience all the chaos of everybody, shuffling out of LA or whatever. But, it was pretty scary. We thought, we were going to lose our neighborhood, and it was coming in because we live by Runyon Canyon, which is close, and that they had some fires there. And so it was kind of coming into Hollywood and Sunset and all that stuff. Yeah, it's crazy, because you're just I guess we're just losing our place. You have to just think, okay, it's just stuff. I got the dogs, I got my girl. What else do I need? But it was, it was pretty crazy. Well, it's funny, Adam, I was the whole time I'm just thinking about, dude, I got 4 Beatles albums that are worth
That's what you were thinking, right?
I think that was one of the things in my mind. It was like, and I got some Hot Wheels when I was 7, it's just funny little weird things that you just want to get. And Leo is just my blanket from my childhood. It's funny how the things that you don't want, to lose or not, of value to anybody but yourself. But Beatle albums are kind of my retirement. But yeah, it's weird. You're just kind of you think you're just going to lose everything, and then it's weird because everybody. Go ahead. Yeah.
No, you're in LA now.
Yeah. I just got back. We just got back 2 days ago. So we've been here.
And have you driven through the chaos and everything?
Not too much. We're not kind of we're kind of by Magic Castle and Chinese Theater, so we're not in the hills, or we're not driving too much. I haven't seen much. I mean, it's all on the television and stuff. We haven't driven in it. But we're wearing masks, which is I didn't think I'd have to do that again. So, it's
all right.
the whole just, here we go. Gotta leave, put the mask on, remember those days. So,
and people cursing at you going, what are you, candy ass? Breathe in the embers, right?
Yeah. Well, I was saying, Leo was
you liberal loser. Breathe in the charcoal, burn your lungs.
Yeah, well, Leo wanted me to wear it, and I was just I guess I'll wear it. But I was but at the same time, dude, I was a smoker for 10 years. I was I'm sure, little forest fire.
This is nothing new for you.
Take me down. It's not going to take me down.
Yes. Right.
But yeah, it's, it's still going on. And it's every day, it's just there's a high wind alert, and then everybody panics, and, And I think the weirdest part is people that, you get the crazy people that are starting the fires. So there's people that are just randomly around with blowtorches and stuff. It's it's the anarchy of that which is terrifying. I understand what happens with nature. I believe in a higher power of whatever that is, and that's just going to be what it is. But it's these idiots running around, just starting stuff. That's just, that's the worst part, because they can get away with it now because there's so much going on, and there's no, nobody able to take care of it, or, police and firemen and stuff, or just other places. And so now that's the scariest part. It's just these.
Well, I don't even know where to begin with that. There's a forest fire. Let's go start a few, who?
Yeah, but that's what they're doing. Yeah, it's crazy.
But then you go, all right, is that really true? There's people running around with blowtorches, starting fires.
Yes, that's what's happening. It's just there's lunatics that are running around just trying to get in on all this, I don't know what goes through one's mind. I guess an anarchy type of mentality or whatever. Burn it down. Probably just failed actors.
That's funny. That's the first funny angle that I've seen on this, right? Yeah.
After
it's
like 12 callbacks, you're like, I can't take it.
That's really funny.
Burn it all down.
One way to break. Who would have thought that this was the only way you could break into the industry? Okay. Oh, finally, there's going to be some openings. Okay. If I could smoke out, half of the thespian talent in Los Angeles, I might have a shot. They're going to give me finally some guy with a blowtorch.
Or it's just gone. You're like, if I can't have it, nobody can have it. Which I think is,
right.
I'm sure there's some of that happening. I mean, I've seen posts like that where people are like, yeah, this is a cleansing and whatever. And I think the hardest part about this is like definitely someone losing their home or their life. That's the hardest part. Yeah. But far as somebody that's just the panicking of living here and stuff is just, my family, like checking in. But the thing is, they're like, conspiracy people. And so when they check in, they're only checking. I mean, they're checking in to make sure I'm okay. I do believe that. But it's really just to let me know what they think is happening and like what Hannity says. And like, well, the liberals started the whole thing and like all this stuff. So they just want to have that dialogue because they go, I got a person in California. I could really like get in on this crazy dialogue.
I know. We can't get 5 minutes of something not. Is there anything we don't politicize? I mean, literally, we got a pandemic. Now we got forest fires. We've got blazes and an infernal catastrophe. Yeah. And now we're going to politicize that. And then you go, well, of course you're going to politicize it. There's this other viewpoint, which is that, mismanagement and unpreparedness and this kind of thing. But I've never heard this applied to any other case anywhere where I've never, who, you know what I mean? Like who during Pompeii, like, did anybody,
no, like,
how come there weren't somebody where we should have known we were living next to a volcano and the local magistrate didn't take care and dig ditches enough. So, you know what I mean? And these liberal Romans, it's like, what I don't.
Yeah, but it's like with Katrina, it was like they didn't build the levees, but like there was no political, like it was just, it was unfortunate and it happened and they weren't ready, but they weren't going after people like they are with this thing. This thing, because California is so blue that it's like everybody just wants to say, this is why it's happening. This is why you can't control it. This is why, and so you deserve it. Cause then there's the moral thing because we're all Satanists out here and like all that, so it's just like, all the angles, and even the comics in New York were like, making cracks about the comedy scene out here and stuff, and making fun of the comics, having to go through all this. And so everybody's coming at us.
That's an interesting thing because the too soon thing. Because I really saw lots of people saying, don't make jokes about this. This is too soon. But that's something that, comedians are always battling with. But because this is show business oriented, because Los Angeles is a comedy hub and a show business hub, there's a tendency on our parts to be like, well, no, this is different because it affects so many people we know. And I understand that. There's an emotional connection here that wasn't elsewhere. There's not a lot of humor here, but whatever. But right,
no. Well, I see it like this, where it's kind of like, when 9/11 happened, it was like they showed us, videos of like other countries celebrating, because, and that's how I feel like it is with this. It's like, all this stuff's happening in LA, and then open mic comics, or it's like the same thing where like they're jealous of what we have here in LA.
This is just,
they're jealous of our success.
That is just,
so they're celebrating our demise. You know what I mean? Like other countries celebrate.
I cannot process. I'm sorry. I can't even process the fact that open mic comics are seeing the destruction of like this massive wave of horrificness and awfulness, and it's like but they didn't give me I didn't get any spots every Tuesday out there at the stop, so I cheer. This is good for me. It's like, wow.
No. It's not that. What it is like it's a desensitized kind of mentality that a comic has, where it's just like anything is up for grabs. I mean, we talk about anything, we can make fun of anything. And then there's just like, a lot of people aren't, like like if Stanhope said something in a dark way, we'd be like, okay, Bill Burr, who is commenting on it, guys that are good at it, then it's okay. But it's when it's some dude that doesn't make a living and he's saying something on Facebook, you're like, shut up, dude. Like you're just jealous because you never did anything.
What was Burr's take on it? I haven't heard.
Adam, do you remember what he said?
Yeah, he was on. I think he was on. Was he on Jimmy Kimmel or Fallon talking about it? It pretty much talking about how everybody on the internet seems to have a it's almost like they're armchair quarterbacking it.
That, like they're nature experts or whatever.
Right. Yeah.
Scientists. Yeah.
Everybody's been an expert on everything. That's the thing. Everyone has become like, I think we talked about the, tariffs, whether it's tariffs,
political expert,
epidemiology, epidemiology. Everyone seems to think that they can hit Google, go on Wikipedia, and instantaneously have an informed opinion about something. I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, but to be honest, it's what's hurting me is like emotionally is not some star of Glee's second house going down. It's just watching like a family of coyotes like coming out of the forest and those little baby deer. I'm like I could care less about Harvey Keitel's house. Like I want this family of raccoons to get reunited. You know what I mean?
That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
That's I want this.
Who cares about Randy Quaid? I'm worried about the raccoons. Okay, Los Angeles. There it is, Mr. Frodo. Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Adam at the ready.
Lord of the Rings. Good already.
Wow, this is just. I don't even know where to begin with this.
Living in New York, it's definitely a different situation than the 9/11 and obviously a different situation altogether. However, the feeling of, doom and all that stuff was there. So, and then, I really loved being in New York, in the sense of like the community came together. I don't know if you lived during 9/11 in New York, but
I was there.
Yeah. So all that, stuff. So, it's being out here, like we're kind of ready for like a rebuild of a community because we've gone through that. So it's like, I get what that is. And, and I'm okay. I'm not going to run from here just because, this situation.
Like I can't, right. I know. I understand. I mean, I can't even do 9/11 jokes now. Like I have, but what I mean is that I have a 9/11 chunk that I've done like 4 times and it's never really worked very well. And so I stopped doing it because it's because I don't go to the 9/11 museum, right? Because I've never been. People go, haven't you been to the 9/11 museum? No, I've never been there. It's like, you've never been to the 9/11 museum, and I go, yeah, well, I was there once. When 9/11? Okay, I saw the original production. I don't need to see a reboot or a remake or any kind, a Disney remake of it, And so I do a whole check about that. But even that, I do it in New York, and it doesn't work. Like people, I think it's still too soon for that. So this thing is even people are really obviously suffering, and I don't know how. I haven't seen an angle on this other than the one you just came up with, which is
something about. I'm going to try that with the animal thing because I feel like it's like there's certain people that are like me, where you're just like connected to animals more than you are to people. so you automatically connect to.
But the actor angle, is some B-list actor. That would be really funny. Somebody like on the D list is out there with a
Larry
blowtorch.
Roberts, the other Eric Roberts' brother or something.
Oh right, is out there with a blowtorch.
The other Roberts kid that didn't make it.
The kid that can't. The kid that can't break through. Like is this? This
Daniel
is my
Swayze.
in.
Yeah,
this is my in.
I think it's good to have a last name like like Ted Baldwin or something, like just some sort of
right. Because isn't like Kieran Culkin doing better than Macaulay Culkin now? So maybe you talk about Home Alone.
Well, he just got a series. He just got a series. He's
okay,
right.
Right.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, there's like somebody's who's struggling in a business has just decided, maybe this is my opening. I know it's so awful. The idea of that, it's such a trivialization of it. I can't even begin to go anywhere with it.
Yeah, we don't have to stay on it. It's just just one of those things. This happens. You just have to. Whatever. I don't mean, and I'm affected, but at the same time, you're just like, what? I'm used to tragedy always. I think when you're like a traumatized child, you're just like, all right, here we go again. When you've moved in the middle of the night, like more than once, like you can handle tragedy as it comes.
But other than Armageddon, how's your act going?
Well, it was good. It's good. I mean, we went on. Lee and I just got back. We did drove through 20 states, and did comedy at about 10 of them, and it was fun. We were about 2 more states away from breaking up, so it was a good thing that we ended it. We did, but it was just in a car, just going to comedy clubs and little small theaters and stuff. It was fun, because it's like we don't work together. Last time we worked together we worked together once, like in a touring capacity. That was in Iraq. So we did a USO thing, but other than that, we haven't really worked together like this. So it was fun. It was like just trying to do comedy, and then saw my mom and all that stuff. So it was cool.
Did you do any of the new bits?
Yeah, I'm always trying the new bits. Yeah, I think one bit, it's like I got to work, and then last night I tried it again and I couldn't get it to work. The thing about my brother, just kind of being in the Army, but it's prison. And then I think depending on what mood you're in, what mood I'm in, I feel like certain bits that I do, like you ever get up on stage where it's just like you have no business being on stage, like you're not in the right head, you're not in a good mood, you're not physically ready, you don't want to be there, you would rather just sit on your ass, but then you somehow find your way to a microphone, and then it's like, and then the bits just fall flat. There's no magic. It's the opposite, of magic.
The opposite of magic is the.
Yeah, well, I think that's comics have to it's like you have to do comedy when you don't feel like doing comedy. It's like that's the best way. You have to take a bomb sometimes. Not that I bombed last night, but I definitely took some hits. And so it was just, kind of one of those things where I was just like, and that's one of the bits that I felt like I bailed on, and I was just like, I couldn't get the rhythm.
Well, I need a joke. That's what we're here for.
A joke? What's your joke? What you want us to give you a premise or what?
No, I got a
closer.
Premise.
We'll give you a closer. So what you should do, you should wear like an Elvis wig, and then you run out.
Yeah, run out. That's my new.
Can you juggle? Can you juggle? Like maybe just tennis balls, and then
I got this thing.
I got premises. Okay, all right. What do we got?
Did I? And you tell me if I already talked about it.
I'm sure you have, but that's okay. Alzheimer's. Let's go.
It's the political ads thing.
It's the what thing?
It's the thing about political ads. Adam, did we cover this?
Yes.
Elaine Powell says she's for strong borders, but does this ring a bell? The guy who does all the political ad voiceovers?
Maybe not.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well. Okay. Well, basically, the joke is the first part really works. Is like, it's just like it's the guy that does every political ad. It's every political ad is the same. Elaine Powell says she's for strong borders, but her favorite movie growing up was E.T., a movie about an illegal alien. This November, let's send Elaine home just like we did to E.T. Okay. Now. That's the setup. Now that's gets a big laugh. But then the second half is the one that I'm missing. I need 2 lines on. I love the one where they compare the 2 candidates. Is my favorite. Jeff Sanchez says he's an American, but with a name like Sanchez, can we really be sure? On the other hand, Kyle Heaton is a real American, born in the backseat of a Ford Mustang in a wheat field in Billings, Montana. Okay. He sucked Jack Daniels from a nipple at 3 months old in a diaper made out of the American flag. Okay. Now, I can't believe I haven't done this on the show, but okay. I need 2 jokes, something along the lines of, I wrote, he once killed a grizzly bear with a slingshot from 200 yards away in a high wind. He's never read a book and he thinks Europe is gay. Okay. And so basically I need Kyle Heaton.
When's the last time you did this bit?
Last night.
Oh, you did? Okay. How is it? Do you feel like it fares well and after the election cycle? Do you feel like it's...
Yeah, because it's still fresh in people's minds, and it's the funny and the voice is funny and the jokes are funny. But unfortunately, I'm banging my head against the wall because it needs something like he killed a grizzly bear he can kill a grizzly. He once killed a grizzly bear with a pencil, with his bare hands. It's like one of those macho ads where they always show the guy shooting a gun.
I think it's great. I think it's perfect. I was just, do you open it with like, I'm so glad the election's over. We don't have to hear these campaign commercials anymore. Okay.
Yes.
I just feel like it needs some sort of like, okay. Yeah.
So it's like, but it's basically ties into all my voice stuff. So it's basically just, who had a good voice? The guy who does political ads, and you can do it at any set. So it's like, it's universal. It's not going to get old. It's going to be like, it's like every ad is exactly the same. They just shame the guy. So it's Jeff Sanchez says he's an American, but with a name like Sanchez. Okay. So, and then the guy, it's going to be a parody of like every ad's macho. But I can't, it's something with a Bowie knife or a bow and arrow but not, I feel like I'm missing like some obvious jokes that are right in front of me. Like what this guy, Kyle Heaton, and then it ends, Kyle Heaton, an American for Americans in America who think anything other than America is un-American, paid for by Kyle Heaton for Congress. Okay. So it ends really usually applause break thing, but it just.
Well, let's get an applause break. I don't know how much more it needs.
Well, no, but it's 2 jokes it just needs 2 jokes because the one thing that doesn't kind of been working is like he thinks, he's never read a book and he thinks Europe is gay. Now that works in a liberal place because it's putting the guy down and it's too on the nose, but I'd rather have something that's really macho or something that's like, what does the guy do? What's something that the guy could
drives a train.
But I already have a joke about a car. So he's born in the back seat of a Ford Mustang. He sucked Jack Daniels from a nipple almost like he had a pet bald eagle as a kid named Rufus, he once had he raised a family of, he's got a pet bald eagle with his pet bald eagle named Clarence, he's got one eye. He lost a leg. I don't anything. I don't know why I'm blanking out when it comes to like things that the guy it's like 2 jokes away. Or even one, like he once blank killed a grizzly bear with a slingshot from 300 yards away in a high wind was really funny. And that has never worked once. So I don't know what to say about it, but it's something like that. He killed a grizzly bear with a jar of mayonnaise, but something funny that the guy's that's super macho. But I got nothing. All right, so it's on you now, Dustin. Write something for me, okay? Right?
No, it's fun. It's just like you got to think of all the macho stuff. Arm wrestling, and WWE wrestling, and Hulk Hogan,
cars.
Cars. We already have cars. You already have Mustang.
Yeah. No, I'm saying cars. We already covered cars. You've got he wears an American flag as a.
Well, don't do the ones you've covered. Let's do the ones you haven't covered.
No, I know. So I'm like feeling like, what else would they say? Like I
was trying.
I got nothing. Like I was
trying. I was about to go in, and you just
go.
So. Yeah, so all right. So we got like arm wrestling. We got like I'm trying to think what's macho. Let's see.
Something about a horse.
Is his woman? doesn't work, or things like that are funny too, where it's just like something about his he won't let his wife have a job. He like something even more along the lines of like that ridiculousness.
He's never cried, like something like that. Yeah, he's never cried. Like he's never shed a tear. He can watch kittens being,
what's with the murdering animals thing? I'm telling you.
I know.
Of people
and he's never shed a tear.
They don't want you killing a grizzly bear.
I know. It's like he nuts killed a grizzly bear with a slingshot. I thought that's really funny, but no, nothing. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, no, something about. What'd you say? You said something almost funny. What
is anything almost funny?
No, you said you said something about. See.
Just like arm wrestling and like let's see, something about like Hulk Hogan.
Or he's never shed a tear. He's never cried. He's what he could. He watched Bambi 30 times and has never shed a tear. Like something almost that's almost something, but not. But
yeah, he watched Old Yeller and never cried.
Without crying.
I don't know if Old Yeller's too old though. Like that's too old a reference.
He watched Field of Dreams and felt nothing.
You got to think Judah Freelander. It's like a Judah Freelander, it's just like Chuck Norris. Yeah. He he once fought Chuck Norris with his hand behind his back.
Right? Yeah. Like he learned Taekwondo and Feng Shui. He's like, it's like something weird.
That's too foreign. He's going to do that.
Yeah. No, he's like, he knows jujitsu. He's an MMA fighter.
Brazilian. That's too Brazilian.
See, I it's amazing. I can't come up with any. I don't know. I've never felt so like I got nothing.
You just said 9 things. You just got to
none of them. He rode a horse. He rode in a diaper made of him. When he was 9 years old, he blanked. He did something macho, and he was the first child who ever he learned to shoot a gun. Right? He can shoot. That's good. Something with a gun where he learned He learned to shoot an AK-47 when he was 4 years, when something like that. At 4 years old, he already could.
He joined the army. He joined the army when he was 6 years old.
Yeah, but that's too.
Put him on the front lines.
Well, in the Boy Scouts. He learned to shoot. He was a rifleman. He was an expert marksman. He's an expert marksman who can grill steak and then shoot something or other. I like something there's got to be that just cartoon macho. He believes in, or just goes stupid. Which the first joke I wrote was he believes in low taxes, something, and he doesn't believe in. He's against high taxes, something, and kangaroos. I said kangaroos as a non sequitur, and that didn't work either, obviously, because it makes no sense. But whatever. We're chasing comedy here, people. We're chasing comedy. This is the show, okay? And we're chasing it. We're falling behind, okay?
We're not falling behind. This is just a bit where I needed like a day, to just like focus in on it. This isn't like a tag bit. This is like you need to take some time, and it's just like
something with a gun though. That's something. Something with a learn.
I think you already have it. I think you just got to figure out which one you want. Like but diaper made out of the American flag. What are you not using that you just brought up? Because I feel like
I already have all of those jokes work. It needs one last one. The whole thing works. It's like
that's what I'm saying. It's like a perfect.
Born in the backseat of a Ford Mustang at a wheat field in Billings, Montana. Perfect.
Flawless.
He drank Jack Daniels from a nipple at 3 months old in a diaper made out of the American flag. Now I could end it there. Okay. But I feel like he once shot something. He learned to shoot a machine gun on the back of a horse. He can shoot something from the back of a horse and 30 miles away, blah, blah, blah. Kyle Heaton, an American for Americans in America who think anything other than Americans in America.
And, something like that. Like,
something about a rodeo.
He once rode a bull
for 17 hours. That's funny.
Yeah. He rode a bull for 17 hours and then rode it home.
He rode a bull for 24 hours once and didn't even blink, right? Like, that guy, without blinking, right? Yeah.
That's good. That's funny.
Yeah.
A bull riding a bull for 19 hours and then
he rode a bull for 9 hours once without blinking while shooting a Uzi, right? It's got to be. You want something like that where it's absurd, off the charts.
Uzis,
while juggling. Well, that's kind of funny. While juggling Uzis, right? While juggling an Uzi, right? While putting together an Uzi, while building an Uzi, while building
an Uzi, right?
Juggling Uzis,
while cleaning a gun. I don't know.
About cleaning a gun. He can clean a gun blindfolded while having
riding a bull for 9 hours.
While riding a bull for 9 hours.
It's as ridiculous as the other stuff, so I think it could work. I would do that. I would say once rode a bull for 9 hours, blindfolded while cleaning a gun is not bad.
Blindfolded while juggling shotguns.
I don't know what's funny, juggling shotguns or cleaning a gun. I think cleaning a gun.
Cleaning it while cleaning a gun, right?
Or cleaning an Uzi or an AR, one of the game. The name
AK-47, right?
Like rebuilding.
All right. Well, I like riding a bull. I like riding a bull for 9 hours is funny while doing something. While juggling Bowie knives, Uzis, while cleaning a gun. Cleaning a gun just doesn't end well for me. But
marinating steaks or something.
You're right. Something like that. We don't have to belabor this. I
think we're there. We're there. It's just you just have to have the jump off point. The jump off point is the riding the bull. Now you just now you clean it up.
He
with
once rode a bull for 9 hours.
I think guns is that's always going to be what it is. But
that's good.
But unless you're juggling guns, which is funny, juggling shotguns or juggling an Uzi, that's funnier than cleaning the gun, probably.
I know. If juggling Uzis doesn't strike me as funny for some reason, and juggling shotguns doesn't strike me as funny because I don't know why. Juggling guns sounds funny. The visual sounds funny. Well, a specific kind of gun, but none of those guns sounds funny to me, and I don't know why. Juggling shotguns.
38 specials. No, nobody knows what
a 38. Yeah, you know what I mean? It doesn't sound right. Like if you're juggling a gun, an Uzi, and a blank, like a machete.
Or by juggling a shotgun, a chainsaw, and a
I like chainsaw. While juggling a chainsaw, right?
juggling
three chainsaws.
A shotgun.
I like chainsaw.
You got to think of the three because those guys always have three. They always have a bowling ball. They always, instead of a bowling ball, what's something more American?
While juggling an Uzi, a Bowie knife, and a chain. No, you don't want two knives, but a chainsaw, a machete. How about while juggling a shotgun?
That's too Mexican.
Yeah, a shotgun, a ginsu, or a Bowie knife. What's the thing that Marines have?
A chainsaw, a Rambo knife, or something, and but a chainsaw, a shotgun, and something else.
Yeah.
That's not a weapon.
Barbecue sauce.
Something like that. Something silly. The third one has to be silly. Third one has to be silly. It's got a
chain.
Chainsaw, a baby cow. Something like something
chainsaw, steak, Uzi, AK,
a live chicken.
something like that.
It's got to be a silly thing at the end. You got the chainsaw. You got what was the second one you're going to use?
Well, I think we're on our way to something here because like Uzi, while juggling a chainsaw. I love juggling a chainsaw, but I don't like juggling chainsaws.
No. The joke is like the guy that comes out with the bowling ball and the chainsaw.
I think chainsaw is the last one. I think while juggling 2 Uzis, a Bowie knife, and a chainsaw. I think chainsaw ends really funny.
I don't think all weapons is good. I don't think all weapons is good. I think you need a silly one.
A fondue fork.
Because you got too many weapons. You need a silly one.
I understand. Okay, a fondue fork, a chainsaw, and a copy of the U.S. and a copy of the U.S. Constitution. Something like that.
Constitution is good.
Right. Something about the Constitution while reading a copy of the Constitution.
The copy of the Constitution. Well, that's funny. If you can get no. Here's the deal.
Yeah.
You still need a juggling item. You still need one more item, and you even tag it again with why. And the end of it is while reading the Constitution.
Yes.
So while reading a copy of the Constitution. Item,
yes.
And then say while reading the Constitution. That's it. That is definitely the joke. You just need one more item that you're juggling besides an Uzi and a chainsaw.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Hold on.
Chainsaw. I guess you could do a bowling ball, a flaming bowling ball or something. I don't know. That's what everybody uses is the bowling ball.
A flaming bowling ball, a fondue fork, a chainsaw, an Uzi. I know a fondue fork. Chainsaw. Okay, we got chainsaw. We need a gun. And we need something else, something macho, while singing the national anthem, America the Beautiful. No, it's just reading the copy of the Constitution is really funny.
Yeah.
That's good.
So that's how it closes out. You just need one more item. Yeah. And I think that's it's not that hard to find. You can do an item, right. An eagle even, or whatever. I don't know, something. It's like something that's an eagle egg, and a bald eagle egg, a chainsaw and an Uzi, something like that. I don't know if that's it, but it's got to be something that's not a gun and not a weapon.
A picture of Ronald Reagan.
Something like that.
Just like something like dumb, like you know what I mean, like John Wayne or somebody like that. Who do they revere?
It's got to be like a juggling. Like people actually do juggle chainsaws, so it's got to be something you would actually juggle.Maybe it doesn't have to be. Right. Nobody's juggling Uzis, but there might be a guy that does that.
Right. While holding an Uzi, a chainsaw, and an autographed picture of Chuck Norris, like that would be almost funny, but not quite. But anyway, it's in the ballpark. All right, that gives me some ideas.
I think it's perfect. You just need that one item. I think because I love he's on a bull for 9 hours while juggling a chainsaw, a bowling ball, an Uzi. While reading the American Constitution, so it's just like, I think it works and you'll pull it off because you're, excited.
And I like mechanical, he once rode a mechanical bull for 9 hours while juggling.
Not mechanical. No, it's like a real bull, like a bull. Just
I know, but he once rode a bull for 9 hours.
Yeah,
I like mechanical bull because it's got a lot of K's in it, and it I mean, bull is fine, but I don't like the way it ends. It's kind of short. He once rode a bull for 9 hours. Could be I don't know what, but either way, it doesn't matter. That's not the key point of the joke. You're right.
Mechanical bull. That sounds fun. I think that works. That works.
He once rode a mechanical bull for 9 hours while juggling an Uzi, something, and a chainsaw, and and juggled a chainsaw and Uzi while reading a copy of the U.S. Constitution and singing. That's pretty close. Or a picture of Chuck and a autographed photo of Chuck Norris, right? Kyle Heaton, an American for Americans in America, want to keep America in America and think anything other than America is un-American. Paid for by Kyle Heaton for Congress. Yeah, okay, that's good. That's really good.
I think it works.
We're one thing away, and that's pretty close because the formula is going to be killer. Riding a bull, whether it's mechanical or not, while juggling a chainsaw, an Uzi, and a set of steak knives. I know not 2 weapons, but and a copy of the U.S. Constitution, and a autographed photo of Chuck Norris. All right. while reading the Constitution.
Wearing
Well, wearing is wearing. Yeah, I already got wearing a diaper made of the American flag. Although I could move one of these up and use that American flag at the end, and that would really kind of free up the joke, because if he sucked Jack Daniels from a nipple at 3 months old and once rode a bull for 9 hours while singing it, while wearing an American flag, juggling a chainsaw, an Uzi, and steak knives, and reading a copy of the U.S. Constitution and an autographed photo of Chuck Norris. Like, I mean, like if I move the flag to the end, then actually. And I just, instead of having he sucked Jack Daniels from a nipple at 3 months old and once rode a Brahma bull, a mechanical bull for 9 hours while juggling a chainsaw and reading a copy of the U.S. Constitution and an autographed photo of Chuck Norris.
Where's the and? I don't understand. Where's that at? That's just like, where's where's the Chuck Norris thing?
I don't know. It's plug and play, but I mean, I can move it
great.
like
I'm just curious what it is. Like you say, he's reading the Constitution, and then
yeah. Oh, I understand. I'm going. Yeah, like he.
Like where is it? Is it
gazing while reading the U.S. Constitution and staring at autographed 8x10 of Chuck Norris.
So he's reading. I don't know if he's reading and staring, but yeah. It's still got to make sense. Even it's ridiculous. It's still got to make sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it could be like, and afterwards buying an 8x10 autograph copy or something of Chuck Norris.
An 8x10 of Chuck Norris. You know what? It doesn't even matter, because I think what fixes it now is that I cut in a diaper made of the American flag. Now I've got while wearing an American flag and, juggling a chainsaw and reading a copy of the U.S. Constitution. Like, even if it just ends there, it's going to be fine.
Oh, I think that works perfect.
Yeah. I think it works good. I think that moving wearing the thing at the end in American, because it's better than a diaper and a diaper made of the American flag. It's actually a better joke to say, while wearing the American flag, juggling a chainsaw, and reading a copy of the U.S. Constitution. That's pretty strong. I mean, right now, and I'll tweak it, but that's pretty good. All right, we're good. I'm ready to put a bow on that one, right?
Yeah, good work.
That was not easy. Yeah.
No, it's easy because it's like it's just everything that like our brain knows where to go. Slim Jim and and just mullets and America and everything. But it's just like, but you have all of it. You have 90% of it. So the hardest part is coming up with stuff you don't have, and a bit like that, because you're so good at hitting all the details. So you're just like, hey, I need 2 more jokes. I'm like, dude, you get like 80 jokes on this already. So it's hard to get the ones that you don't have. And so that's the hard part. It's like if it was from scratch and you're like, okay. Right. And then you can just go in. But when it comes to like tagging and adding more, it's like you have such good stuff already. But I feel like we got there riding the bull, like something more rodeo, whatever. Like it allows it to open up, and then we can come up with more stuff.
Right. I think and having he's wearing, he's riding, and he's reading. That's that, and juggling. All of that's wearing, riding, wearing, riding. Reading and juggling is great. Like, and if you get something for all of those, reading.
Well, instead of reading, maybe it's and listening to the U.S. Constitution on tape. Because he doesn't read
on Audible.
On Audible. That's kind of funny.
On Spotify.
On Audible, like something funny about like he's listening to the U.S. Constitution on book tape or whatever.
While listening to the U.S. Constitution on tape,
CD, or something.
On CD, while listening to an MP3 of the U.S. Constitution.
That's kind of funny. It's something funny about him not reading it, like that he's actually listening to it. It's kind of funny too. Because then he can stare while staring at a 8x10 of Chuck Norris. Because then you could say that because he's listening to it.
Wait, I even got it better. Read while listening to an MP3 of Chuck Norris reading the U.S. Constitution.
There it is.
That's funny.
That's amazing.
That's really funny.
That's it. That's beautiful.
That's funny. That's really funny. Like while listening to MP3 of Chuck Norris reading the U.S. Constitution. I mean, it doesn't get any more macho than
goal, touchdown. Love it.
Touchdown. Thank you.
Right.
We're good.
That was great.
That's that.
In the show there.
While listening to Chuck Norris read the MP3 of Chuck Norris. I wish I was like listening to it's a book. I
love
on
it's
tape.
the MP3. That's just so weird. I love it.
Yeah. While listening to an MP3 of Chuck Norris reading the U.S. Constitution. I mean, it's just so.
That's great. That's just, beautiful. Yeah, it doesn't get better than that. I don't care if they laugh or not. You're still going to do that. I'm going to make you do that every time I see you.
I'm going to do it. Yeah.
Like,
while
it's
reading
still too funny.
I love that. Chuck Norris reading the U.S. Constitution. See how it works, kids?
No,
See what we
really
just did?
good.
We went on
What's
a journey.
Good about that bit is it's like there's another way to go with it where you could be like, like this is awesome. You could also add to it, but just using that guy in other situations, that guy that does that voice and the way that they do the political ads. And, him saying other things, like there's something funny to me about that guy in other situations, commenting on stuff could be really
give me a bad example of that, what you're saying. I think I know what you're saying. But
yeah, just like if that guy, if he was like a sports commentator, if he was, I don't know. I'm just trying to think of the guy doing something else that's not political, but it's still that same vein.
Sure. Pasta commercial or something.
Yeah.
Right.
Other pastas think they're good. They're not. Their meatballs come from China.
They're gay. This other pasta isn't gay, right? Unlike other pastas. This pasta's not gay.
This pasta is the pasta of an American dreams. I don't know. Maybe I'm just saying if you were playing one night, it might be fun to kind of just break it out in another direction. But it's perfect the way it is. No, but I love Chuck Norris. The thing that vaults it to the next level is Chuck Norris reading the U.S. Constitution. Off an MP3, which is...
Off an MP3. Yeah. Well, listening to Chuck Norris read... Or while listening to Chuck Norris read the U.S. Constitution on an MP3, like even if you ended, it's such a weird way to end. But I probably will end on Chuck Norris, or U.S. Constitution, one or the other. But or listening to an MP3 of Chuck Norris reading the U.S. Constitution, or listening to the U.S. Constitution,
watching slap fighting.
Yeah, right. That's right. Oh, that's really funny. All right, we're good. We're good. I'm exhausted from that one. No. I feel like I just gave birth, right?
No, you did. You gave birth to an extra joke.
All right. Well, what do you got?
I don't got nothing.
Yeah.
You didn't. I tried to go in the beginning, and you just cut me off. I was trying to do the animal thing.
Oh,
trying to do the. We got time. I don't know how much time we have. What do you got? Adam, do you have a premise? I'm feeling like I can make that animal thing work. I just have to find a way to where it's just I don't want to act like I'm not compassionate about people, going through all this stuff. But it's what gets me is when I see a video of 2 baby deer or something, and I'm more concerned about a coyote finding his whole family or something.
Yeah, but don't you think the way you make that sympathetic is very easy? You just go, I'm wondering about myself because I'm actually finding myself really more moved by the animal stories, and you're questioning that internally. That allows you to express that feeling universally that other people do have with animals and everything else. So, and it doesn't make you a jerk. You go, I don't care about those people. I'm care more about the raccoons. That's not, no, don't say that. But say, what you say is, I don't know what's wrong with me because I saw a raccoon. I start sobbing. They showed 9 hours of burning charred wreckage of people I know's homes and guys I know's houses are burning. And I'm like, oh, that's terrible. And then they show one shot of a baby raccoon being pulled out by a fireman, and I'm inconsolable for 3 hours, right? Like what is wrong with me? That's how you do that.
That's great.
You have to, It's like you gotta question your own humanity. You're questioning your own humanity or my connection to humanity, because I think I have more connection with the animal world. And I've seen other people with this problem because I saw a little puppy getting pulled out of a burning wreckage, and I needed a Valium. I needed my girlfriend to tuck
one raccoon who lost his family.
Yes, exactly. Raccoon's perfect, right? I saw 6 hours of burning wreckage, and I was just oh, this is terrible. And then I saw one 2-minute video of a fireman running out of the woods with a baby with a saving a baby raccoon, and I needed to be put. I needed to be sedated. I was sobbing. I actually lost so much moisture from sobbing. Right, I cried like a baby for 3 hours. Yeah, something like that. Where that's funny. That's the way you do that joke.
That's the way. That's how it's done.
That's how it's done, kids. That's how it's done.
I think we're at the hour. It's great. It's a good show.
I think we have a new show called Adam Need a Premise.
No, I got a premise. We can say.
All right, what do you got? What do you got? What do you got? You go ahead. We'll see what we got.
Adam Need a Premise.
What do you got?
You want to spin a wheel?
We don't have the wheel yet. Stop it.
That's going to be next week.
Next week. We don't have
right,
that.
I'll go with another one that's in the news. That's always in the news. Subways.
The sandwich or that horrible thing take in New York.
New York City subways.
Yeah, you really had to think of the hackiest New York premise.
No, exactly. Here I was giving a softball.
Well, I got one.
Brian needs is a Subway joke.
Yeah, I got 14 of those. I have so many Subway. I have so much Subway. But I think it's funny. That they named. That I know it's something. I never heard anyone really make the connection between the underground subway and the chain, the chain of shitty restaurants, and how I could lick the seat on any Subway in New York and it would be more nutritious than what I buy at the Subway sandwich shop. Like something like that, like something like that, where there's a connection between the two things. And the Subway is probably the most disgusting form of travel, and somebody decided to name a sandwich after it. There's something funny about that idea that even though it's probably not true, but the Subway sandwich chain. You do a deep dive on that and find out where they got their name and how it got named. But it's named after one of the most diseased and virus-filled transportation options that the humans have come up with. And we'll decide to name our restaurant chain, our fast food restaurant chain, out of it.
Yeah, I've heard something similar like that. Some few comics, but I feel like it's just the idea that it is like the grossest thing, and then like, hey, let's do food. I was watching. They had some, that hot sauce that Eli Manning promotes. You know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. Red Hots or something. Like one of their ads is like, you put that on everything. I know you got to bleep it, but it's just like the fact that you're saying that is your tagline. And then they beep it. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about, Adam? So I put that on everything. Anybody know what I'm talking about? The Red Hots. You guys don't watch.
But I believe
you don't watch football.
It sounds funny.
Yeah, so
but that sounds.
You guys don't want Frank's hot sauce. That's their tag.
Yeah.
And then they bleep the S word, and then it's like I don't know. I just thought it was funny that they would use that word to promote food, and it's not funny at all, but it bothers me when I hear it. I'm just like, why would you put that in a food ad? Whatever.
Well, there's something funny. Yeah, there's something funny about that. You put that on everything. A burn wound.
Yeah.
It says the stucco. I don't know. It forms it. I don't know. It dissolves metal. I don't know. Whatever. Like
all that, but. I think what I miss about the Subway, being in California, I miss the talent. There was this it was a free show. It was amazing.
Yeah.
It was like really bad talent and some good talent, there was like, do you guys, I guess it's, how is it lately? I don't know. I feel like when I was there, it was pretty, you had a whole bit on it, I think. Didn't you have a bit on the talent?
I had a lot. I have so much. I have a whole talent show bit on that. It's like a TV show. Have you ever been down to the Subway? It's like America lacks talent. Okay. It's like America lacks talent down there. Every time I go down there, they need an MC to introduce the acts. There's so many of them. They need I got 9 hours of this next guy's a favorite on the BD and the F trains. He works all the Subway platforms. You may recognize him from numerous appearances on security cameras all over the Subway. He just got out of a halfway house, but he is going to go all the way for you people here tonight. He may need no introduction, but he does need antipsychotic medication. Okay. Crazy Willie. I don't know. I got like 7 hours of Subway material. Well, just like that one.
Right? Yeah, no, it's great. It's great. Yeah. Thanks, Adam. Just stimulating us with that Subway premise. No.
Thanks for another exciting episode of Adam Need a Premise.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. But I feel like that's the thing in LA, though. I feel there's definitely more talent in New York, where I feel in LA is like, I think you start in LA and you go to New York to make it, as far as, with the subway talent, because there's, we have like a little, wimpy subway system here. And,
right. Well, with everything burning down, they're probably going to have to move. We're going to have people coming in here.
Nobody's going to New York. You couldn't pay me to go to New York. I'm going to stay here. I love it here. It's like, I don't care. It's burning.
Right.
What? You get to, there's more, can see at night. It's great. I don't care.
Wow.
You're not getting me out of here. I'm like those raccoons. I'm staying with the raccoons.
And scene. Okay.
Leaving. Well, I was thinking about being one thing is I was thinking about being a volunteer firefighter or whatever, and then it's just like I'm thinking about doing that, but then it's like you got to get in shape for that, and then it's like I don't know if there's like an age thing, where I just like I don't know. I'm trying to look into that, but that would just kind of be an experience, and you get to give back a little bit. So we'll see. I might be next time you see me, I might be buff and have like firefighter training.
It's like now he's getting involved in it. Now that everything's been burned down. Dustin Chafin jumps on the bandwagon.
Well, what are you doing? Were you? What are you doing for society? Look at you in Aruba.
Not much.
What are you doing? You don't know what I do. You don't know what kind of charitable things I do.
That's true. Good point. You've
drinking. You have like 12 sponsees. Come on.
Well, I mean, actually, you're signing up, and I'm. Yeah.
Just because I'm not running into a burning forest. I mean, it's not something I've thought
about raccoon
until it was on fire. The raccoons. I'm gonna go save all the raccoons. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm just
That's Justin Chapin.
I'm gonna beat up people trying to like start fires and then save raccoons. That's what I'm gonna do.
The raccoon savior, the savior of raccoons, raccoon whisperer, raccoon whisperer,
savior. Yeah.
Oh, awesome. There you go.
All right, we'll have fun at Aruba with your
you
and your white energy. I love it.
Are we doing another show next week?
Maybe if like my place is still here. Yeah, we'll do it.
Okay. All right.
Good show today, man. America. Chuck Norris.
America.
MP3.
Chuck Norris reading the Constitution on an MP3 in a U.S. Constitution.
That's what I call a roundhouse kick. Boom. How about that?
Oh.
A button. Huh?
That's good.
We're chasing comedy, working on jokes, working on bits, seeing what sticks, seeing what stinks. We're chasing comedy, politics and current events, cultural shifts and psychological bents, the daily news, your grandpa's views, conspiracy theories, trending Google queries. Either way, it's all okay. We're chasing comedy. We're Brian and Dustin, and we're chasing comedy.